What is going on, everybody? Back with another Prize Picks, Better Picks, Underdog Fantasy NBA player props picks video. Going to be breaking down, giving you guys my very best player prop from each and every one of these games, just like I did last video, where we went 3-1 on our picks overall, 2-0 on the Better Picks portion of the program, rocking with the Trae Young under 11.5 assists and the Damian Lillard under 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Both of those cashed over on the Better Picks platform. Prize Picks went ahead and cashed both of those plays as well. We had the Drew Holiday over 15.5 points and assists, that Damian Lillard under 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists as part of that 3-1 record. It was available on all three platforms, so you were able to cash in if you played it on the Prize Picks platform, the Better Picks platform, and of course the Underdog Fantasy platform as well. The one pick that we did miss last time was the Ivica Zubac under 18.5 points and assists. Unfortunately, he didn't go out there and have a pretty great game, so weren't able to go a perfect 4-0, but 3-1 is really good if you're able to hit your picks at a 75% hit rate long term. You're going to be making a lot of money if you're playing optimally on these apps. As I always discuss, the Prize Picks platform specifically, if you're playing all 5 and 6 pick flexes, you're hitting your picks at a 60% hit rate or higher, you're going to get a crazy return on investment. 43% return on investment in the 5-man flexes, 66% return on investment on the 6-man flexes. It's kind of a similar payout structure, kind of a similar breakdown for the other apps as well. They're all a little similar. The math grades out a little bit different based upon the slips, but a lot of them are 5-pick, 6-pick slips that are optimal. If you do want to get access to every single one of my tickets, all my plays, as soon as I place them, you can get access to them even before I place them at a discount now. I'm offering a brand new package that's going to include sports betting, every single one of these player props apps as always, but the sports betting added on top of it for those of you that want sports books picks. That's where you're going to want to be at, and I am keeping it at a $25 first month offer, breaking it down, trying to get you guys in the door as cheap as possible so you can see all that I have to offer over there, and then obviously have the product pay for itself. Get you in cheap, rack up those wins so you can pay for months to come is the goal. Let's break it down. We'll go game by game as we always do, and I'm going to be going through my favorite prop from each and every game. Also, feel free to leave down below a comment of what you think of the new format as far as giving you my top prop from every game, as well as maybe your favorite prop. Any feedback you have on the content is greatly appreciated. Brooklyn taking on the Indiana Pacers. 222.5 over under 8.5 point spread. We've got a 3-for-1 special to start out the video today because this prop is going to be available on all three apps, including Prize Picks, Underdog Fantasy, and Better Picks, and it's going to be the Miles Turner under 6.5 rebounds, brought to you by Outlier. Here to start things off, guys. If you do not have this tool, Outlier would highly recommend you check them out, and they'll give you 7 days completely free with my link down below. I'll have a bunch of different little sign-up bonuses as well as these tools, etc. that I use. And we got a plus EV play here on the under 6.5 rebounds for Miles Turner. For those of you that are new to this, you have not watched my content, guys, we're getting minus 119 implied odds in a 5 or 6 pick flex on Prize Picks. He is all the way up to minus 146 on the under on Pinnacle, known as the sharpest sportsbook in the world, to go on the under 6.5. And we break down the matchup. Brooklyn, 8th matchup, 8th best at not giving up rebounds, only 43 rebounds per game. And then we go versus the center position. They're a little bit more middle of the pack with Turner being a center, 12.3 rebounds given up per game. But overall, Brooklyn's just not giving up a lot of rebounds. They're 8th best at not giving up those rebounds. You can see that we're targeting the under. Outlier highlighting that this is a fantastic matchup to be targeting the under with that bright green that they display on the screen. The other tool that's showing us that this is a fantastic play that I'm talking about all the time is the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Once again, if you do not have this tool, they're going to hook you up with a sweet deal with 25% off with my link down below. And this is going to bring in that multi-million-dollar sportsbook data into an optimizer, give us the odds for this play to hit a 52.99% chance to hit on the under on Prize Picks with the data they're bringing in. That's actually all the way up to a 53.02% chance to hit. Now that they refreshed us, minus 145 on Pinnacle, minus 130 on DraftKings, minus 131 on BetOnline, all the way to minus 145 on Movada. All of these sports books indicating to us that this is a fantastic prop to be taking the under. If you were to log into Pinnacle, log on to DraftKings, for instance, you'd have to risk $130 to win $100 to take the under. They're going to make you risk more money to take the under than the over. We do not care if we're taking overs or unders on this channel. All we care about is we're taking the right side of the prop. with the highest chance to win, right? That's how we got that 3-1 record last video. That's how we're going to win money long term. The reason that this multi-million dollar sportsbook, billion-dollar sportsbook company, DraftKings, is telling you that you're going to have to risk 130 to take the under to win 100 is because you are far more likely to win. That's how they make their money long term. They bake in a price for you to take the over or the under of each and every prop, each and every bet that you take. And the way that they don't go bankrupt long term is by setting these prices right. So if you think you're smarter than these sportsbook companies, just keep in mind they have been in business and they will continue to be in business forever because they know what they are doing. So it's just a nice way of explaining kind of my process and the data and what it means. 53.02% chance to hit on the under on the data they're bringing in from Underdog Fantasy. Then we go over to Betr as well. Once again, it is available on Betr. 53.36% chance to hit with all the data they're bringing in over there, right? So we want to use as many data points as we can, telling us that these are good plays. And the Miles Turner prop is certainly a fantastic play. And keep in mind, guys, we can get it on all 3 apps, which does make me happy. Anytime I'm able to promote a play that you can get on all apps, give everyone on the channel a higher likelihood of being able to capture the play, capture the value. The under 6.5 rebounds here on Betr is going to be a phenomenal prop. Also, the under 6.5 rebounds over on Underdog Fantasy, also going to be available. Also going to be a phenomenal prop. It's the same prop, obviously, but I do just want to make it known that you can get it on all these platforms. Miles Turner, 6.5 rebounds. Lock in the under on Underdog Fantasy. And then last but certainly not least, we do have Prizepicks as well, where you can get the under 6.5 rebounds on Miles Turner, lock it in over here, and feel real good about it. Okay, guys? So for game 1, for pick 1, we got a 3-for-1 special, the Miles Turner under 6.5 rebounds, available once again on all 3 apps. New York Knicks taking on the Charlotte Hornets. We do have some pending injury news in this one. Bridges, LaMelo Ball, both listed as probable. Diabate, Garrett listed as questionable. Then you got Robinson listed as questionable. Brunson's already ruled out. But I already know where I'm going in this one because the outlier tools are popping for me. Let's talk about it. We got a 2-for-1 special, another one that we can get on multiple platforms here, and it's going to be the LaMelo Ball over 3.5 3-pointers, minus 149 to vig odds over on Pinnacle, whereas we're getting minus 119 on Prizepicks. Is available on Prizepicks, taking on the New York Knicks. LaMelo Ball, a guy that's taking 9.7 threes per game, hitting 32% of them. He is expected to hit 4 or more in this one, according to some sharp sportsbooks. And keep in mind, we are getting that minus 119 price tag on Prizepicks. If you're able to lock this in at a 5 or 6 pick flex, you want to be taking advantage. And he is also available over on Betr, brought to us via the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. If we go ahead and bring up this data, guys, once again, phenomenal prop. You can see he is listed as a minus 148 favorite live on Pinnacle right now. Minus 120, minus 122, minus 130, minus 135. A 53.18% chance for him to hit on the over, and he is available on Prizepicks as well. Underdog Fantasy, not listing this prop, unfortunately. It is payout shifted. Something I want to bring up because people seem to always say it in the comment section on my channel is just because a player is available on Underdog Fantasy does not mean it is a good prop, because you can see he is payout shifted. They're only giving you 0.93x to take the over versus a 1.05x multiplier to take the under. That means it is payout shifted. They're saying it's higher likelihood he goes over. We're going to shift that payout down, not give you as much of a payout. So that's very important to know on the Underdog Fantasy platform. So if we were to take any of these other ones, like the points, the PRA, the rebounds, these aren't payout shifted. They're just standard. But anytime you see that multiplier next to it, it's not a standard prop. Unless they're paying out more and you're getting edge on that prop, or you're able to run the numbers via a positive EV tool such as an outlier and you see that it's a good prop, it's a different ball game over there. So just keep that in mind. That's a little bit more advanced if you're someone that doesn't want to deal with all that mathematics and all that stuff. Once again, that's why I offer the premium content. You can just get access to my plays and not have to think about all that. But we can get this on Betr. We can get this on Prizepicks. Both platforms offering it. Phenomenal prop here. LaMelo Ball, the over 3.5 3-pointers, will be the next play on the video. And we went over the reason, right? Very data-driven channel. We're all about the profitable sports betting strategies. And we find good plays by using this multi-million-dollar sportsbook data. You can get the over 3.5 3-pointers on Prizepicks. You can get the over 3.5 3-pointers on Betr. If you don't have these platforms, get them, sign up, use my links, get the deposit matches, and lock in these plays, okay? Mellow Ball over 3.5 3-pointers. Phenomenal prop for game number 2, for pick number 2. Let's head on over to game 3. We do have confirmation on a bunch of all this different injury news. RJ Barrett, Grady Dick, Ingram, Walter out. Gary Payton, the only questionable guy on the Golden State Warriors side, so we should be able to break this game down pretty easily. Give you my favorite prop with no pending injury news. We'll be giving you another 2-for-1 special here in Orlando Robinson coming off the bench for the Toronto Raptors. Expected to go out there. I've got him projecting to play around 20 minutes. And we got some good value on Underdog Fantasy, as well as Prizepicks on his under 9.5 points. You can see here listed as a 53.17% chance hit rate via the DGF optimizer. Minus 137 on the under on Pinnacle. Minus 140 on the under on BetMGM. Minus 128 on the under on BetOnline. Every single one of these multi-million-dollar sportsbooks companies, you're going to have to risk a large sum of juice to take the under compared to the over. You can see the minus 119 price tag we're getting on Prizepicks via the Underdog Fantasy Optimizer on DGF. By far the best price that we can get on this prop. Also is available on Prizepicks as mentioned. Orlando Robinson, all of that data being brought in. You can see the minus 122 you're getting on Underdog Fantasy. So Underdog Fantasy, Prizepicks, both platforms, you're getting a much better price on the under 9.5 points here than the indicated minus 119, minus 122, right? That's where we want to be going. Underdog Fantasy, Prizepicks for this prop. Orlando Robinson. Let's go ahead and bring him up. And we want the under 9.5 points for him in this one. Once again, you can get it on Underdog Fantasy. But you can also get it over on Prizepicks. It looks like we can't get it on Betr at the time of recording. So, hey, that's fine. Sometimes we're going to have more plays on Betr. Sometimes we're going to have more plays on Prizepicks. Sometimes we're going to have more plays in Underdog Fantasy. This channel is all about getting the very best plays possible. We want to be using all of our resources. So lock this in on Prizepicks or on Underdog Fantasy and feel really good about it tonight for game number 3. Game number 4, we got the Chicago Bulls taking on the Sacramento Kings. We do have some pending injury news in Jake LaRavia and Zach LaVine. However, everything else looks to be confirmed at the time of recording. So let's go ahead and break down my favorite prop in this one. Got another 2-for-1 special for you in this one. It will once again be Underdog Fantasy and Prizepicks, and we will be discussing Coby White, specifically the under 31.5 points, rebounds, and assist prop with a 53.2% chance to hit. You can see minus 137 on the under on Pinnacle, and he's listed down to pretty much even money on both DraftKings and FanDuel. Really big deal, an entire PRA less. Clear edge to be had on the under 31.5, minus 133 juice on the under on Hot Drake, minus 130 juice on the under on Fliff, minus 135 on the under on Bovada. And you can see it's pretty much even money at 30.5 over on Parlay Play as well, indicating to us that the 31.5 PRA prop, there is some really good edge in the under. Same thing over on Prizepicks, also available on Prizepicks. Be taking advantage of the under 31.5 PRA. The Bulls are in the second half of a back-to-back. They are tanking. Do expect their minutes to be pretty light on the starters, especially if they're playing well, so we can be taking advantage of it. The under 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Coby White available on Underdog Fantasy. Also, though, available over on Prizepicks. Coby White under 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Going to be the prop that you wanted to target in the Chicago Bulls Sacramento Kings game. And then last but certainly not least, we got the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the LA Lakers. It looks like everyone's listed as probable in this one outside of Rui Hachimura, Trey Jamison. Everybody else should be good to go. We have pretty much a full-on confirmed injury report. So let's talk about my favorite prop in this one. And another 2-for-1 special. I've got a bunch of them in this video. It's going to be Luka Doncic. It is going to be available on Prizepicks and Underdog Fantasy. And it is going to be his 3-pointers prop, the over 3.5 3-pointers for Luka Doncic. You can see the Underdog Fantasy Optimizer on DGF giving this a 52.95% chance to hit on the over with a minus 135 favorite on Pinnacle, minus 128 on FanDuel, minus 125 on DraftKings, etc., etc. Looking like a fantastic prop to be targeting on Underdog Fantasy. But not only is it available over on Underdog Fantasy, it's also available on the Prizepicks platform as well, which does make us happy. So we can be locking this in on 2 different platforms here tonight. The over 3.5 3-pointers for Luka Doncic. Take advantage over on Underdog Fantasy and take advantage over on the Prizepicks platform as well. Both sites offering it, both phenomenal value, and love the prop here tonight on the over 3.5 3-pointers made for Luka Doncic at the time of recording. Prizepicks and Underdog Fantasy both offering it. So, like I said, take advantage of every single platform. Take advantage of all the sign-up offers. They're going to give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 on Prizepicks with the promo code KGKDFS. I'll link down below. And all of the other platforms, I will have my deposit bonuses linked down below as well. So there is my top prop from every single game for the NBA slate tonight. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 game NBA slate. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. If you did, would be greatly appreciated if you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell on your way out the door. If you have not checked out the premium content packages, you can get access to every single one of these plays as soon as I place them. The same exact process is going in to every one of my plays in the premium. You can see the 3-1 record last time out. You can go back and watch that content and break down the process we just went over in this one. It is the process that's going to lead to good results. So if you're someone that's looking to get some help, you don't really know, or you want to learn, or you don't have the time to find all these top optimal plays, that is going to be the resource for you. I will have that link down below. Thank you for tuning in. Wishing you all the best of luck on all of your NBA player props tonight. And we will see you in the next one.